Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video we have this 2024 Toyota GR Corolla, and we're going to do the taillight tint installation for this vehicle. So as you can see, this is how the taillight looks before doing the installation, and this is how it looks after the installation. So tint has PPF properties, which means it will protect the lenses from yellowing over time, as well as protect it from any small scratches or any road debris that may hit the lens. Link for the product will be provided below. But with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. So the tools you need in order to install the tint kit will be Slip Solution, Tack Solution, a heat gun, squeegee, and a microfiber towel. And a step-by-step guide in order to create the two solutions will be in the description below. So before we start with the installation for the taillights, we need to make sure we prep the lens. So all we need to do is apply Slip Solution to the taillights, and with a clean microfiber towel, remove any contaminants that the taillight may have. So we're going to start with the installation that covers this section of the taillight. So all we need to do is apply a little bit of Slip Solution on both the adhesive side of the film and on the lens. And you can also start applying Tack Solution. That way once we place the film and we align it, it starts tacking down. So start by aligning it on this edge here. Make sure it covers the curve here. And the film should reach up to the edge here. This section of the film is going to curve to the side of the taillight here. So first we need to secure this flat area first before we move on to this section. So to secure it, we can start applying Tack Solution on top, hold it in position, and just start tacking down the film. And we're just helping it tack down. If you need to help it tack down around the curve here and around here, just apply Tack Solution again on top, and then a little bit of heat, and then just squeegee it to tack it down. That way we help the adhesive on the film activate faster and it stays tacked down. So make sure once you finish securing it, it doesn't move, and now just focus on this side here. So all we need to do is apply Tack Solution on the film. Grab your heat gun and apply heat, and then once we finish applying heat, we're going to use our microfiber towel just to help it tack down around the curve. So just a little bit of heat and help it tack down around the curve little by little. Hold it in position, that way the adhesive starts to activate and the film should start tacking down here. And you just repeat the process, apply a little bit of heat, hold it in position, that way the film stays tacked down and you should be good. And you can apply heat all around the film here, that way the adhesive on the film activates faster and we're able to continue working on the next pieces. So for the next piece, it covers this section of the taillight. So just apply Slip Solution to the lens and Slip Solution to the adhesive side of the film. And with this one, it does have a cutout right here located on the edge of the tint. That cutout, align it right where this design is of the taillight. Place the film here and place it here. And make sure when you align it here, you're covering the red reflector of the taillight here. And then it should align perfectly here. So now we're going to secure this spot first. That way we can work our way to the other sections. So apply Tack Solution underneath the film, and on top, make sure to keep it aligned, and then grab your squeegee and tack it down. Something you can do just to help the adhesive around this area activate faster is apply a little bit of heat, and then with your microfiber towel, just help it tack down by pressing on the film to help the adhesive start sticking to the taillight. Okay, now we should be good here. This whole section is secured, it's not going to move. And now all we need to do is just finish off this section, stretch the film until it reaches the edge here, and do the same here, stretch it until it covers the red reflector of the taillight here. So to stretch this part, you're going to lift it carefully, and this part too. That way we're able to apply Slip Solution, place it back down, and then stretch it to the edge. So it's just a light stretch, roughly around there. Hold it in position, grab your Tack Solution, and start tightening it down to secure it. And then do the same for this section here. Just stretch it. Make sure to stretch down to cover the red lens here. And then as you're stretching down, stretch it to the right side here. So stretch down to remove the finger right here. And then stretch to this end. and now we're covering the entire red reflector here. And then just hold it in position, that way the film doesn't move, and start tagging it down. And to help it tack down around the curve, we're just going to do the same steps as how we did it for this side here. Apply a little bit of heat, tag it down with our microfiber towel, hold it in position until it seals, and do the same here. And to remove the fingers, apply heat, and then we'll squeegee them out. Now for this tail light, if you want to only cover the rear reflector, this is where you would stop and you would just continue on with the next piece here. But we also provided the pieces that cover the black accent around the surrounding area of the tail light. So if you want to install those will be the next things to install. But if you don't, just skip over and just start with this installation. Okay, so for the top piece, all we need to do is apply slip solution to the adhesive side of the film and slip solution to the lens. And with this one, it's going to cover, like I mentioned, the black accent of the outer section of the tail light. So all you need to do is align it here. And with this piece, it's only covering the first outer layer. So you're going to notice there's two outer layers and then the red reflector. So align it around the first layer first. And then everything should just fall into place as you go until you reach it here. So these two pieces are just going to be, if you want protection, around the outer section of the tail light. So once we place the film, grab your tack solution, spray tack solution around the small area first. You're going to hold it in position and lightly pass your squeegee to help it tack down slowly. So we're doing a light pass first, that way the film doesn't move as we're installing it around the strip until you reach it here. And you're going to do the same for this side here. So lift it, make sure it's aligned, and just lightly tack it down, and then we'll come back and apply a little bit more pressure afterwards. So now that it's almost tacked down, just apply tack solution once more, and we're going to apply heat just to help the adhesive on the film activate faster, and then use your microfiber towel to help it tack down. For this piece, you could do it the dry method or the wet method. If you do the dry method, just make sure that the film is going to align. Just make sure when you're aligning it, keep it aligned to the outer section. So start by the curve area here, and then just help the film tack down on top, and it should reach there. It's going to curve here. If you have these fingers, we could remove them afterwards by applying a little bit of heat, but you just lift the film and follow the design of the outer ring. And you just go until you reach to the other. The small fingers that you may have around the curve here, all we need to do is apply a little bit of heat and then just help it tack down little by little. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And now once this is all tacked down, now we can move on to the next piece on the other end. So for the last piece, all we need to do is just apply slip solution to the lens and slip solution to the adhesive side of the film. And all we need to make sure is we place the film and we align it to this edge first. So keep it aligned here, and it's just going to wrap on the top section by just a little bit. It's not going to do a full coverage on the top since it is a deep curve. But on this area here, it is going to cover the top section. So once you have it aligned here, grab your tack solution and start applying it underneath and then on top of the film. Make sure it stays aligned, hold it in position, and start tagging it down. Make sure to remove all of the solution that's around this section here. Help it tack down. The same thing that we did on that end, we could do it here. What I mean by that is applying heat. That way the adhesive is able to activate faster, and then we'll finish off these two sections here. And then just finish off either the top or the lower section. It doesn't really matter where you start off. Just make sure that everything stays aligned. You may need to do a light stretch so it can reach the edge here. Once it's on the edge, just apply a little bit of tack solution on top. Keep it aligned and tack it down. And then don't forget to finish the bottom section. So just tack everything down here. Make sure you remove all the solution. And if you have any small fingers, we can remove them by applying heat. And with this one, lift it, align it. You may need to do a light stretch. That should be fine there. And then tack it down. So the last thing to do once you finish installing it is to apply a little bit of heat. That way we're able to remove these fingers, seal most of the edges that are lifting, help it tack down around the curve and around here, and we should be good. And then once we're done with this, we'll post heat the entire tail light. So the last thing to do once you finish with the entire installation for the tail light is to post heat the entire film. So all we need to do is apply tack solution, and we're going to use our heat gun and apply heat throughout the entire panel that was worked on. And as we're applying heat, we're going to use our microfiber towel just to help tack down the film a little bit more better in case it is still lifting, and also help remove any solution that may be trapped underneath the panel. Take your time doing this step, and then when you're done with this step, you're done with the installation. Thank you for choosing Bogar Tech Design. As a small business, your support means everything to us. If you loved your product, please drop a review. If you have questions or issues, don't forget to message us via email. Once again, thank you so much for the support from our family to yours. So that concludes the installation video for the Taillight Tints for the 2024 Toyota GR Corolla. We hope that the video helped you guys out with the installation. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.